Hi, my name is Lauren Hallett, and I'm working on a PhD at the University of California at Berkeley. I'm really interested in how to maintain rangeland production across variable precipitation years. So how do we keep higher productivity in dry years and still maximize productivity in wet years? The pattern that I base a lot of my research on is that in wet years we often see grass years in California, and then in drier years we call them forb years. We got a lot more of the erodium or the fillery in the system. And so my research question is, by having both of those functional groups in the system, the grasses and the forbs, can we help to maintain productivity across time? Do the forbs sort of compensate for a decline in grasses in wet years? First, the way that I do this is I have shelters that I help put up before big rainfall events to block out rain, and then we capture that water and reapply it into wet plots. So we create quite dry plots and then quite wet plots, and within it I manipulate the species interactions. So I have some plots that are just grasses, some that are just forbs, and some that are a mix. And I'm finding a couple things. First is that grasses are so competitive in wet years that you end up seeing an effect on forbs where they seem to do better in dry years, but it's mainly because of a release from competition with grasses in dry years. So they don't necessarily prefer it, but they're going to stick around in the system at higher abundance than the grasses could. And that means a couple of things. That means first there's more cover, and so it helps a little bit with residual dry matter or RDM for the next year. And what I'm seeing is after a couple years of drought, the plots that are just grasses that have no forbs tend to have a real drop in biomass in the second year of drought. So that's preliminary. I'll have the weighed biomass to kind of demonstrate that soon, but I'm in progress and that's starting to be what I'm seeing.